So, let's talk about China. I mean, where do you even begin with a country this vast, this ancient? It's really the gateway to East Asia, a place of just epic scale and incredibly deep history. It can be a little overwhelming, so let's try to make sense of it together.
You really get a sense of its impact when you think about it. This is a civilization that gave us world-changing things like gunpowder and also gave us noodles. I love that. It's both epic and, comforting. Its influence is just everywhere. So the big question is, how do you possibly tackle a country this massive?
Well, here's how we're going to do it. We're going to break it down into 3 different kinds of journeys. First, we're going to explore some of its absolutely spectacular natural landscapes. Then, we'll listen for the echoes of its imperial dynasties. And to finish up, we'll dive headfirst into its vibrant, modern cities.
Okay, let's kick things off with the sheer, breathtaking beauty of China's natural wonders. And seriously, some of these landscapes feel like they've been pulled straight out of another world.
First up is Zhangjiajie National Forest. Just picture this. Thousands of towering quartz sandstone pillars, and they're almost always wrapped in this beautiful, eerie mist. They're so surreal, they actually inspire the floating mountains in the movie Avatar. It's that kind of place.
And when I say towering, I mean it. We're not talking about small rock formations here. A lot of these pillars shoot up over 200 meters high, completely covered in lush subtropical rainforest. It's like a vertical world of stone and green. Just incredible.
So we've gone to incredible heights. Now let's go to some staggering depths. We're heading to Tiger Leaping Gorge. At its deepest point, this thing plunges almost 3,800 meters. That makes it one of the deepest and, frankly, most dramatic river canyons on the entire planet. Next up, we have a place that is a literal fairyland, Zhangjiajie Valley. It's famous for its cascading waterfalls and 108 ridiculously clear lakes that are all these brilliant shades of blue, turquoise, and green. And get this, it's also home to giant pandas. Now, actually spotting one is basically like finding a unicorn, but still, they're out there.
Not all of China's natural beauty is totally wild and untamed. Way back in the 13th century, the explorer Marco Polo called Hangzhou the most beautiful and magnificent city in the world. And that fame really comes from its serene West Lake, which is lined with ancient temples and gardens just perfectly designed for peace and quiet.
And to round out our nature tour, we've got Yangshuo. This place used to be a total backpacker mecca, but now it attracts all kinds of travelers. Just imagine yourself cycling along the beautiful Li River with these incredible, almost cartoonish karst mountains all around you, while farmers are tending to their fields. That's the vibe, and it is magical.
All right, let's switch gears. We're shifting from nature to history. We're going to journey back in time and explore some of the cities and structures that tell the epic story of China's powerful imperial past.
Our first stop has to be Xi'an. The history here is just immense. For 2,000 years, this city was the imperial capital for 11 different dynasties. It was the starting point of the legendary Silk Road. And of course, it's where the world-famous Terracotta Army was discovered. It's a city that's seen it all.
Of course, you absolutely cannot talk about China's history without talking about the Great Wall. But here's the thing a lot of people don't realize. It's not just one single wall. It's actually a massive series of walls, built by different dynasties over centuries, all with pretty much the same goal: to keep out invaders from the north.
And the scale of that project? It's just mind-boggling. Even with many parts now in ruins, the Great Wall still stretches for about 5,500 miles. That's over 8,800 kilometers. It is by far the longest man-made structure in the world.
Okay, now we're heading way, way up, to Lhasa, one of the highest cities on Earth, at an elevation of 11,500 feet. This is the spiritual heart of Tibet, and it's home to the absolutely iconic Potala Palace, the former home of the Dalai Lama, which is perched so dramatically on top of Red Hill.
From the mountains, let's head to the shores of a shimmering lake and visit Dali. For centuries, this city was the capital of several different kingdoms. Its old town is super charming, full of traditional architecture. But its most famous landmark is, without a doubt, the iconic 3 pagodas, standing so serenely against a mountain backdrop.
Now for Suzhou, a beautiful water town, with a kind of a cool double identity. On the one hand, it's known as the Silk Capital of China, a historic center for industry, but on the other hand, it's famous for its absolutely masterful classical gardens, these little pockets of peace and contemplation. It's artistry and industry all wrapped up in one beautiful package.
And for our final journey, we are rocketing into the present.
let's go explore the dynamic, bustling, supercharged cities where China's ancient past and its ambitious future collide in the most spectacular ways.
Let's start with the current capital, Beijing. Fun fact, its name literally means Northern Capital, which is a role this city has played many, many times over its 3,000-year history. So that name alone tells you just how important it's always been.
And right inside this buzzing, modern metropolis, you can literally walk through centuries of history. I mean, Beijing is home to some of the world's most iconic landmarks, from the enormous Tiananmen Square to the sprawling Imperial Forbidden City to the beautiful old and new summer palaces.
Next stop, Hong Kong, a city of incredible contrasts. It's got the world's highest concentration of skyscrapers and this unbelievable population density. But what's so amazing is that it also has these stunning natural escapes. You can find lush green mountain trails and beautiful beaches just a short trip away from the urban chaos.
And now, Shanghai, China's largest city. Its whole identity is really defined by its skyline. You stand on one side of the river and you're looking at the futuristic sci-fi skyscrapers of Pudong. Then you turn around, and on the other side is the Bund, this grand riverfront, lined with stately colonial-era buildings. It's literally the past and the future staring at each other across the water.
And finally, let's talk about Macau. People call it the Vegas of China because of its glamorous, flashy casinos. But what's so interesting is that it was also a Portuguese colony for over 300 years. The result is this fascinating cultural mix, where you'll find ancient Chinese temples on streets paved with traditional Portuguese tiles. It's a wild blend.
So there you have it. We've taken 3 totally different journeys through China. We've seen its otherworldly natural landscapes, we've walked through the echoes of its powerful dynasties, and we've felt the pulse of its vibrant modern cities. Each path really does offer a completely unique window into this incredible country.
From ancient wonders to futuristic skylines, China isn't just one destination. It's really a collection of countless different worlds and journeys, all in one place. So I guess the only real question left is, which one will you take first?